Thank you, and good afternoon. I think as a owner of sports content, what I'm about to say make you consider that I might be an endangered species. As you know, sports rights for many years has been the golden goose that keeps laying an ever bigger egg. And I think in the context of some of the other presentations we're going to hear this afternoon, it's maybe worth pausing and seeing where we are with the immediate future of sports contents. Will the golden goose continue to lay the egg, or is there potential disruption on the horizon? I think that we all agree that anyone who watched the latter stages of this year's Champions League saw the excitement and the emotions that live and exclusive sports provides, which is then monetized. However, I think we have three major challenges that could affect or disrupt this model. Two are secular, one is maybe self-generated. I think that anyone under the age of 30 no longer sits on a sofa watching sports on a big screen. They typically are consulting their phone, they typically are interacting with their friends, and they're following the sport using various different media platforms. They're also losing the habit of paying a high monthly subscription to a pay TV company because there is so much free content now being generated. What's driven the sports rights has been tight auctions in small jurisdictions between TV companies keen to get their hands on killer content. Nowadays, the minute a goal is scored, within 5 minutes, it's up on YouTube, probably in 3 different languages, and easily accessible to anyone who is tech savvy. The compulsion to pay for a monthly subscription when you're following the social media commentary on a match and have access to pictures, legal or illegal, within minutes of an event happening is beginning to erode. At the same time, consumer behavior is turning more and more to the single login concept of a Netflix or an Amazon Prime or a subscription streaming service, rather than multiple TV subscriptions, particularly as sports rights are often shared amongst different platforms in a particular country. I mean, I have a number of boxes at home, as I'm sure others do, to get the rights that one wants. We're possibly seeing an increase of what's happening with ATP tennis, where a single deal with a global provider like Amazon provides access to the streaming globally on one login. That's fine, it brings a lot of people in, but whether it can generate the tight auctions in small jurisdictions that has caused such a premium on sports rights is an open question. However, I think the more interesting potential disruption is coming from within sports itself, where the big and valuable content owners have more granularity and more detail on who their real followers are than ever before. They have various ways of collecting their followers' identities, data, spending patterns, spending power, cultural backgrounds, etc. The temptation to self-monetize that rather than participate in a collective monetization scheme is growing all the time. I see it in my league, in the English EFL, where direct streaming is beginning to encroach on our exclusive TV contract. To my view, already the big, valuable content owners are trying to flex their muscles in collective bargaining more than ever. Is it, what I'm saying here, is it a matter of time before we have United Flix, Real Flix, or Barca Flix, where you can subscribe to live and exclusive content only for the team you follow, to the detriment of any collective scheme? My concern is that the golden goose value of sports rights is largely because of the depth of competition. People want to see close matches, they want to see upsets, they want to see excitement and unusual events. If the 3 or 4 biggest teams win every week, and you pay to watch them win, the golden goose's egg may start shrinking. So to finish, I think that the responsibility on us as sports content owners to balance fully monetizing our respective properties versus keeping the integrity of the overall competitive environment and the depth of that competitive environment is a responsibility that's growing all the time. And I think it's something that maybe people should bear in mind as they hear the presentations that are coming later on this afternoon. Thank you.